The whole thing about race irks me. I think it's time to quit talking about damn races. I'm fed up with people talking about race. I'm tired of it. I want people to base what they think about somebody on how they behave and what their merits are, and nothing else. I don't care what color they are, that's how people should do. And I think this country is moving in that direction. We have a black president.
What the hell was that? Well, actually, it's like the 15th time I've watched it. It's so good. That was crazy. I'm Toby, and I'm back to recap with you in video form Survivor One World Episode 4, which was just insane and amazing. I am so excited, though, because I'm also modeling the buffs for the current season. Thank you to the Buff Company for these lovely, lovely, lovely bits of apparel. I have salami around my neck in a scarf fashion, and I'm wearing my no-no in a pirate look. And I know that because I forgot when you get the buffs, you get instructions on how to make all these different looks. I'm loving doing these vlogs and blogs, and thank the Buff Company for the opportunity, and also for this great costuming. Now, back to the episode. I guess I'll just address Tarzan first, because I watched it again. So, Tarzan said we should be getting away from race. And you know what, Tarzan? We should be getting away from race. We also should be getting away from classism, and we should be getting away from homophobia. We should be getting away from a lot of things that, yes, society is working its way through, but there is no way that we are done working through. And it still is a factor, and it possibly and very probably is a factor in the decision that was made last night. The fact that we have a black president is something that seems to be something that people that are out of touch with the actual reality of what's going on with race relations in this country throw out there. And one of those people might be Tarzan, who, maybe as an old white man, who are not in the best position to sort of explain the minority experience. And I'm not saying that you have to be a minority to decide if the racism or not is still going on, but it's great to be so ideal and have this idealism and say that we shouldn't do that. And it is when you're on the side that has been doing it for all this time. I'll leave that out there as that, and I don't know how race is going to come into play later on, but that was pretty great, and I love that he just exploded and had to get that out. That had been festering, apparently. Speaking of festering, guess who's the leader of the Monano tribe? Colton. The godfather, cult leader. I don't know what, Kool-Aid he gave them. I don't know if he's a vampire and he glamored them. I don't know what happened. They are following him. Everybody's following him. Matt, the banker, whatever, tall jughead, he's over there trying to get on his side. He's like the guy in Return of the Jedi next to Jabba the Hutt, the one with, we used to call him Salami Head, his assistant. That's like Matt. And then he goes and gets other people, and he goes in, and he's like, so-and-so, Colton wants to talk to you. And Colton sits there, and people come to him, like the Godfather. I'm surprised they don't kiss his ring when they walk in. And then he chastises them, and they let this 22-year-old sniveling idiot talk to them like that. They let him run things like this. And you know what? He's doing it. He's doing it. He's getting his way, and it's being allowed to happen by these other people. So I just have to say, Colton's awful and crazy, but who's worse? Him or all the people that are blindly following him when they have the power to change things? Oh, you would not have me being led by that 22-year-old. You would have me talking to everybody and being like, why are you doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we making these crazy decisions? And so they make this insane decision to go to tribal council instead of the girls because Colton's mad at somebody, because Colton's mad at Bill. Then it turns into something else where Tarzan says Leif has to go because of his disloyalty. That's not the stupidest thing ever. First of all, so just get rid of them at the next tribal council, as Jeff pointed out. Secondly, Leif told Bill he was next. Who cares if Bill knows that he's next? So you're next. What's he going to do? Burn down the camp? Come on. It doesn't matter. He let it slip. He was sorry about it. Move on. And, you keep somebody like that around. Someone who now is going to be proving themselves and going to always want to be loyal. Then you've got them in your pocket. That was just such a dumb move to even think about. Now we should get rid of him. He's really going to flip into with Bill. Bill's out. It doesn't make sense. But there's so many ways to know the decision they made was bad. I mean, if your decision is started by a whining, hyperactive, overly dramatic 22-year-old college student who has just been ridiculous this entire time, that's a bad plan. If the person who seconds the motion is a guy who is in the water, and when someone else who has the same nickname as him comes up and says, we're going to do this, literally says, let's wait a second and think about it. Yes, you're right. That's a bad plan. Tarzan, when we say wait a second to make a decision, we don't actually mean 1 second. We mean put some thought into it. And you clearly didn't. Running around, we have a betrayal. This is not feudal Japan. We're just not going to fall on his sword and commit hara-kiri. Come on now. This is crazy talk. If your plan involves the other tribe not having to go to tribal council, and they don't say thank you, or they don't seem excited, and they mostly seem confused and like you are crazy, that's a bad plan. If you get to tribal council, which is part of your plan, and Jeff is already rolling his eyes to make faces before he even sits down, that's probably a bad plan. If Jeff starts out by saying this is could be one of the dumbest moves in Survivor history, it's a bad plan. I don't recall one of the dumbest moves in Survivor history ever actually panning out, to be quite honest. So, you can take these big risks, but it's a numbers game at this point, and it just seems really, really stupid. And the stupidest thing is that all these people followed Crazy Colton, who was running on his childish elementary school emotions about whatever, and Tarzan, who was doing, I don't know what he was doing, but he was, God, ridiculous. So, and that's what happened. Jeff tried to bring it back. Jeff tried to sort of let people know, this is crazy, and he's tried it before, but I will say that just handling of tribal council was again proof of why Jeff Probst is well-deserving of his Emmy Award for Outstanding Reality Competition Host. He's the only one to ever win an Emmy, and why he just is hosting God. He continues to get better. He's learned so much if you look from the first season to now, and he really puts himself in the shoes of the viewer and asks the questions